topic of understanding the presence of a jaguar. But I don't know if you know, but the jaguars are considered an umbrella species, which means that if the jaguar is healthy, the whole ecosystem around the jaguar where it's present is healthy. It becomes a proxy for stability and for ecological wellness. And also the jaguar has a rich and profound cultural importance. It is a symbol for not only the Mayan indigenous peoples, but through a lot of indigenous peoples around Latin America and the Caribbean. It is a symbol of power. It is a symbol of balance. It is a symbol of just transitions. And thus you can understand why we're focusing not only in the biological importance of the jaguar, but in the cultural one as well. Having AI and multi-sector collaborations and the partnerships with local community as an interface to create a reality that is more nature-based, that relies on regeneration, and redefines the possibilities of justness and equity and fairness. And this project that we're helping drive in the south of Mexico is having a lot of specific core results that are multi-level. One, we have developed a tool and a platform that is open to anyone that is interested in jaguar conservation throughout any region to be able to use our models and use our tools openly without cost to be able to advance their cause on this conservation. Second, we're joining these efforts with another interoperable system where we're using AI sound pattern recognitions to identify the presence of other species. For us, it has meant to identify more than 117 species in that area, which are endemic, and most of them in endangered species. Actually, some scientists didn't even know that some specific species were present in that area. And the data that we're having through these AI-driven systems are helping integrate a platform where we can integrally understand the health of the ecosystem. Third, we're driving policy. What are we doing exactly? This project was a base to create the statewide policy of the 30 by 30 conservation statewide policy on protecting and conserving 30% of land and sea by 2030. And this is not only important for the policy level, but it also serves as a metaphor for global change. Through this project and through the data-led decision-making, this region and this natural reserve was also registered in the global natural reserves of IUCN. And lastly, it became the footprint, the metaphor, and the inspiration for the Jaguar Regional Biocorridor Alliance, which we have presented at COP last year, together with the Inter-American Development Bank and our partners, to be able to scale a philosophy of interoperability. And when I see interoperability, we're going beyond data, beyond technology, but interoperability of knowledge systems, of possibilities. And what we're seeing here are two main things. The first is that we cannot separate technology and AI-driven systems from the social, the cultural, the economic, and the systems that embed injustice. They have to go hand in hand, together with ethical considerations and context-wise philosophies. And second, it has shown and it has become a metaphor, the jaguar, of the type of economies that we should create. Economies that, yes, are led by AI, but at its core have a principle of regenerative justice, like the jaguar of balance and a transformation based in equity. Thank you very much.
So, one of the things about nature and AI is the intense amount of energy use that's being used for these AI systems. How do you reconcile the work that you're doing with AI with the fact that the industry you're a part of uses so much energy?
It is a key question to this work and any type of work that uses AI. So we believe in green AI. What does that mean? We have to recognize that we have to walk towards an AI that we mitigate and we reduce energy consumption. And at the same time, we have to mitigate the ecological footprint. For us, we're working with tech providers that are conscious of the energy use. And while we transition to that energy efficient systems, we're mitigating our footprint with regenerative ecosystem approaches.
Awesome. Well, I had the opportunity, your project's incredible. I also had the opportunity at our AI summit that Axios did in San Francisco. I don't know if you're aware, the Earth Species Project. They're helping us talk to animals. I don't know if jaguars will be a part of it.
Yes, indeed. And we're also working with whales. So
Awesome.
we will present that coming up.
Thank you so much. Costanza Gomez-Mont. So our next speaker comes to us from Nepal, is working on a project called Satellites for Humanity. Please welcome Nayan Bakadio.
Hello.
Nayan.
Check.
You're on.
Thank you. Bonjour, mesdames, messieurs. My name is Nayan Bakadia. Today I'm representing Antariksha Pratishthan Nepal and its umbrella project, Satellites for Humanity. Now, first, going back to the project, let's give some brief about the organization itself. Antariksha is a non-profit aerospace company specializing in space tech, especially CubeSats, ground stations, ground station terminals, open source and proprietary software systems with AI capabilities. And we are also doing different research and development projects on AI models for onboard systems and ground stations as well. So now let's imagine that you're sipping a cup of tea in a very beautiful mountain range, and all of a sudden a wall of water comes down, storming, sweeping everything around you. That's Glacial Lake outburst flood. And because of climate change, a lot of those incidents are being frequent in a country like Nepal and Himalayan countries. Incidents like flash floods, landslides, forest fire, drought, and so on. So Satellite for Humanity's aim to fill the gap between the incident and the response. Now that response could be post the disaster or pre-disaster using some early warning systems in place. So in 2021, in Melamchi River, there was a very big flood. So we customed our ground station terminals with a communication to a CubeSat in space that would provide us data of weather from CubeSat to ground station of NAS, Nepal Academy of Science and Technology. We were able to use those data to model some early warning system predictive models. Unfortunately, the ground station terminal was also swept away, but we got the data and we got the learning, so that's fine. After that, we went to collaboration with Kathmandu Metropolitan City with an objective of utilizing all the open source satellite data and commercial data and commercial AI models as well to enhance our systems and provide satellite data analytics. Under the project, Satellite Data Analytics Project, we delivered them with some flood hazards, risk hazards, and all kind of satellite data analytics with AI insights, from which we were able to derive the problems, pinpoint the problems, and provide alternative viable solutions. So with that solution in place, we were able to create some positive impact among 2 million residents of that metro city and around 6 million commuters of that place. To make our system more robust, we are more inclined to AI models like Edge AI image classification models, image segmentation models, and for ground stations, for making our early warning system more robust, we are using predictive models from the data that we are getting from different glacial lakes and rivers. Also, the population estimation model that we are working on, we have been working on for a few years now, actually uses satellite data end-to-end to provide the estimation of population of a building. So the state-of-the-art model can provide a grid-level population estimation. While we challenged ourselves and decreased the spatial dimension, and also increase the accuracy by some point, we are able to predict the population of a building of Kathmandu Metropolitan City with accuracy of around 87% till now. And we are working on that to make it more general for similar urban geography, for the model to be open sourced and used on different places as well. Along with that, we have 3 different satellite projects. We completed 2, and we are on the verge of completion of the 3rd, the Slippers to Sat project. Now, with each iteration of satellite project, we have enhanced the systems hardware, communication, and specifically the AI models that we have been using. So we started with edge AI model for image classification, and we opt for image classification as well as segmentation. And this 3rd one is better model than that, and we are also testing the feasibility of smaller language model on satellite computer itself. It's like, imagine having a capacity of analysis and rational thinking in a mini satellite. It's like having a mini astronaut. It's exciting. And what's more exciting is collaboration with like-minded people and organizations like you on projects like these. And I'm very sure that we will be able to achieve something significant by this year. So thank you for the opportunity, and thank you for giving your attention. Merci. Have a good day.
Thank you. Good job. So, I mean, talk about sort of how did you end up in this work? What brought you to the project?
Personally?
Yeah.
So in Nepal, space technology was a new thing, a big thing and a new thing. So I started, fortunately, I got a very good mentor on first place. And I was also very excited about space and technologies from childhood. So it clicked. And also the narrative that the organization draws about not only being fancy about this space tech, but also actually solving some real world problems step by step. Initially, it looks small, but it has a huge impact. And believing on those objectives, it just motivates to do more, to be involved in more projects, to complete more of these. So yeah, it's exciting. The coming projects are exciting. The projects that we have done are exciting. So yeah.
And how can people check out your work?
We have websites. We are in booth number 1, so you can come and have a chat with us. And
Excellent.
we also have a LinkedIn tree, QR somewhere over there.
All right, so if you want to hear more about Nayan's project, they're in booth 1. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So we're going to shift a little bit from what we were talking about, the first couple projects looking at things to, we're going to also switch languages. So next up, please help me welcome Romain Farou from Gaia, and this presentation will be in French.
Thank you very much.
Merci.
Merci, nous allons parler d'agriculture. J'ai le plaisir de représenter la Ferme Digitale, qui est une association de start-up agricoles française qui date de 2016. Et depuis 9 ans d'innovation sur le terrain, dans les fermes, on a des observations sur l'opportunité de valoriser toutes les données qui peuvent graviter autour de l'agriculture. Les start-up de l'agtech produisent de la donnée, utilisent de la donnée, valorisent leurs données, mais se verraient enrichis par l'accès à énormément de données environnementales. L'agriculture, c'est l'équilibre entre de nombreux paramètres, c'est monitorer, manager, modéliser le vivant en conditions extérieures. Ça mobilise donc d'énormes quantités de données. Et en France, si on n'a pas de pétrole, on a des données. On a des données qui malheureusement manquent d'interopérabilité, parfois sur lesquelles on ne sait pas toujours qu'elles existent, des données environnementales, des données de marché, des données réglementaires. Nous en produisons, la Ferme Digitale est née de 5 startups il y a 9 ans. Aujourd'hui, c'est 155 membres. Des solutions qui vont de la robotique aux applications logicielles, aux nouvelles pratiques, les nouvelles stratégies de culture, les nouveaux produits, les biosolutions, le biocontrôle. Tout ça rend l'atteinte des équilibres optimums encore plus complexe. Et donc, est une opportunité pour modéliser un maximum des données qui nous entourent. C'est le projet Gaia, le premier projet qui vise à développer un asset industriel favorable à l'innovation, favorable à l'enseignement, favorable à l'accompagnement des transitions agricoles, basé sur des données open source. Pourquoi? Parce que quand on a 300, 400, 500 bases de données qui peuvent nous intéresser pour créer de la connaissance, pour aller plus loin dans la chaîne de valeur, elles sont difficiles à interopérer, elles ne sont pas toujours normalisées. Et on arrive difficilement à se mettre en perspective pour enrichir celles que l'on peut constituer ou produire avec les innovations. Donc on propose d'en agréger un maximum, de donner aux développeurs de solutions un accès à un maximum de ces données ouvertes, parce qu'une partie d'entre elles ne l'étant pas, des données très propriétaires, des données de machinisme par exemple, qui sont souvent relativement fermées. On dit que dans le monde agricole, on a un problème de données en silo. C'est-à-dire que certains acteurs produisent ou agrègent de la donnée qu'ils considèrent comme étant un tas d'or, une valeur certes importante, mais relativement dormante et relativement fermée. Elle ne prend de valeur que si elle circule. Elle ne prend de valeur que si elle est mise en perspective d'autres informations au service de nouveaux usages. Et c'est ce que l'on démontre en s'appuyant sur une base documentaire unifiée qui s'appelle le lexicon. Le lexicon, c'est la première base documentaire unifiée développée par l'association des sociétés de l'open source agricole, OS Farm. Ça, c'est le premier étage de la fusée Gaia. Gaia, ça va être un modèle de fondation métier qui va apprendre des données du lexicon. Et quand on a des informations propriétaires qui sont fermées, qui n'ont pas encore été interconnectées, on va aller prendre leur équivalent en open source et permettre aux développeurs de solutions de trouver là, dans les événements comme les hackathons, que l'on reproduit régulièrement pour enrichir les cas d'usage, enrichir la base de données. C'est en fait un principe de la boule de neige qui grossit à mesure qu'elle roule. Plus on rencontre de cas d'usage, plus on crée de justifications à l'interopérabilité de toutes ces données, plus on facilite et on avance cette interopérabilité-là, plus on développe d'outils, plus on développe d'unification de données et de briques logicielles associées pour les traiter, plus on démocratise, plus on décentralise l'innovation, la connaissance et plus on partage. Je pense que vous aurez tous en tête l'idée que se nourrir, bien se nourrir, est un élément fondamental d'énormément de voies de progrès collectifs auxquels on croit tous et que là on souhaite promouvoir dans une démarche collaborative de l'intérêt général basé sur le partage, sur la contribution collective. C'est vraiment les fondamentaux de l'approche de Gaia. L'idée de s'enrichir en partageant, de faire plus avec moins, de ne pas refaire les uns et les autres ce qui aura déjà été fait, c'est documenté, c'est produit, c'est connecté, et les suivants qui ont besoin de créer de la valeur sur des mêmes sources de données vont avoir déjà énormément d'avance due à ces contributions open source et publiées dans un espace collaboratif. Donc la prochaine édition qui va nous permettre d'avancer vers Gaia, d'enrichir le lexicon, c'est le hackathon qui aura lieu au Salon de l'Agriculture dans 15 jours. Et donc là, on va exprimer toute l'identité d'une association comme la Ferme Digitale. On ne va chercher des solutions tech qu'en réponse à des besoins. On va présenter des cas d'usage complexes d'acteurs de l'agriculture, agriculteurs, structures qui les accompagnent au plus près du terrain, pour aller se dire qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire de nouveau, quels nouveaux services on peut développer, quelles valeurs on peut proposer aux agriculteurs une fois qu'on a résolu les problèmes d'accès à toutes les données qui permettront de produire cette connaissance. Donc venez au Salon de l'Agriculture, vous verrez des vrais cas d'usage, vous verrez des vraies problématiques métiers auxquelles des développeurs et un collectif qui met en commun ces développements va permettre de répondre. Donc on a le monde de l'agtech français aujourd'hui profite de beaucoup de soutien dans cette démarche. Et les soutiens de la recherche publique nous sont précieux parce que, comme je disais, si on a énormément de données, on les a également parce qu'on a une contribution publique et de nombreux travaux au plus près du terrain, donc des données de recherche. On compte avec Gaia également fluidifier les échanges pour que le continuum de l'innovation vive, que la recherche descende, mais aussi que les pratiques remontent vers elle et qu'il y ait davantage de capacité à ce que la recherche puisse valider et vérifier sur le terrain la validité du déploiement de leurs connaissances, de leur savoir. Donc la ferme digitale est au cœur de son projet, de la fourche à la fourchette, de la paillasse à la parcelle, faire le lien entre des mondes assez hétérogènes en associant des données multimodales extrêmement variées et en les rendant utilisables par les acteurs de terrain. Merci à tous, n'hésitez pas à venir nous voir sur le stand 5, n'hésitez pas à aller sur le site de la ferme digitale, sur le site de Gaïa et au hackathon du Salon de l'Agriculture dans 15 jours pour voir ça en vrai, une vérité terrain de plus du monde agricole dans le monde de la donnée.
Cool. Romain, merci. So I was trying to use Google Translate real quick, but it wasn't keeping pace. What's one thing you hope that the English speakers will take away?
The fact that in France we have a kind of lab, an experience and feedback from 15 years of AgTech and maturity to see how valorize, aggregate all the environmental data that we have around in the farming sector and around the farming sector to create more knowledge, more new strategies, to be more helpful with the data for farmers.
Excellent.
And all over the world, we have in heart to share that experience and to launch it anywhere we can find the same parameters and problematics, and eating better, being more safe with what we produce is, I think, a challenge that we share all over the world.
And there's so much we need to improve our food technology, especially when you think the amount of arable land, the amount of land we can grow food on is shrinking, our population is growing, climate's getting trickier. But if we can use technology to spread the knowledge, we'll be better off.
Exactly what we think and what we believe in.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Roman.
Thanks to all of you.
So thank you so much. This is our first session. We'll be back around 11, so 15 minutes, come back, and we'll have more presentations. And I'll be joined on stage. My colleague, Nick Thompson from The Atlantic will be taking over. Thanks.